This is my random thought 23. You know, people are asking, should there be a recount? Should there be a recount? Well, when someone raises $4 to $5 million to recount certain states, my bet is that there's going to be a recount. And then people say, well, why should we have a recount? They're only doing it because of Donald Trump. Well, no, they're doing it because Hillary Clinton currently is winning the popular vote by over 2 million votes. The exit polls reflect different results than the actual vote count. So, when the exit polls reflect a different enough result than the actual count, yeah, let's have a recount. I'm going to say one thing that is a very, 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 very big point when it comes to the recount. Al Gore 2000. They did a recount of Florida. And when they did that recount, Al Gore had won Florida and the election. But he had already conceded. And George Bush was going to be president no matter what. So let's use that as our precedent. There should be a recount. And if that recount reveals enough irregularities, sure, we'll learn from it. But Donald Trump is still going to be president. There's no way that can be overturned unless it's found that there was irregularities and that he was somehow responsible for those irregularities, or people around him were responsible. Then maybe there'll be some discussion around, I don't know, impeachment and some of the other mechanisms in the Constitution that would allow them to replace Donald Trump with the vice president, which I think would be disastrous for America. But for any people yelling there should be no recount, hey, they've raised the money, have the recount. It's as simple as that. If there are no irregularities, then hey, it is what it is. But if there are irregularities, if things are wrong, if things are off, it's good to know. And it's good to find out so those things can be fixed and we can streamline our system to make voting matter. Then we can also have a serious discussion about eliminating the Electoral College or modifying the Electoral College. You know, making it something that's more democratic. You know, I like to have safeguards in place. The people cast their votes, and then you have another layer of protection against our government being taken over by a madman. Protections against our government being taken over by a madman. I'm going to mull that over, and I would suggest you mull it over too. But yes, there should be a recount. It should happen immediately. And by the way, if there's a certain percentage of votes difference, there should be an automatic recount. Recount should be automatic anyway. It's something to help make sure the system is kept honest. So I'm on the side of yes, there should be a recount. And I will be on that side from now until they make some serious changes with our system. So for all you Trump supporters, hey, he's going to be president. That die has been cast. That bridge has been crossed. Donald Trump is going to be president. Now all we're asking is, how did that happen? And let's get some real numbers in place as to what the real votes were, and to make sure there was no fraud. Donald Trump said over and over and over again, the election is rigged, the election is rigged, the election is rigged. Well, let's prove once and for all that it was not rigged. Especially since he won. Let's prove that it was not rigged. And that's my random thought 23, asking that yes, there be a recount. I'm on the side of recount, yes. And that's my random thought 23.